do me a favor, drop a like, subscribe my channel, and go on the notification bar if you do not want to miss a video I post. Please do that favor for me, and thank you. My name is Jordan Harris, and welcome back to ReviewTube. And yesterday I reviewed Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So if you have not seen the video yet, please go watch it. I highly recommend it. So today I'm going to review a movie that you're going to get a kick out of it, and mostly it's actually a Bruce Lee movie. And let me just tell you this: I am a fan of Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee is one of the most recognizable martial arts artists in history, mostly famous for his traditional Chinese martial arts philosophy, which he learned in Hong Kong at a young age. He first started out doing a TV show called The Green Hornet, then went and did a lot of films in Hong Kong. But there's one martial arts film he did that was made by a Hollywood studio, which was Warner Brothers, in 1973, and it was called Enter the Dragon. And last night I saw Enter the Dragon on Netflix, and I was like, wow, this was a huge movie Bruce Lee did in his career, which sadly was his final career because he died during that same year when Enter the Dragon came out. And seriously, martial arts is still a thing, even on TV shows like for kids, mostly like the Ninja Turtles or Power Rangers. If you're into these action shows that have to do with martial arts, I mean, I still like the Ninja Turtles, but not really in the Power Rangers. But in my opinion, martial arts is still a big athletic popularity because of Bruce Lee's legacy. And that's why we're still celebrating his 80th year of his amazing martial arts legacy. And that's why today I'm going to review Enter the Dragon, but because I'm going to have no spoilers. I'm just going to mention the plot and then go right into how much I feel about Bruce Lee. So, also, I'm giving a shout to Netflix for their streaming, such as Stranger Things, Cobra Kai, Riverdale, the DC TV shows, and right now they have Enter the Dragon on Netflix. They added that movie recently, so if you haven't seen the movie and you're a Bruce Lee fan, then I would totally recommend that movie because number one, that movie might be gone off Netflix, and number two, it is amazing. I just think it was an amazing performance in an amazing action film because action films became super popular during the 1970s because of this special icon, Bruce Lee. So let's go right into Enter the Dragon, and let me tell you the plot. So the plot of the movie is three men are invited to a tournament in a secret island in Hong Kong. The characters' names are Roper, played by John Saxon, Williams, played by Jim Kelly, and Lee, played by Bruce Lee. Three of them had to face many challenges at the tournament and also had to face an evil crime lord named Han. And most of all, there's no turning back in this tournament because it's a fighting to the death, which was mostly in every Bruce Lee movie, fighting to the death and having no mercy in the films that he did. Because that's mostly the thing that Bruce Lee is. He's just a guy who may give you mercy but won't, because you may think he may give you that special pride and forgiveness, but he won't, because he's going to take you down from one shot, like from a kick or a punch. And yeah, I mean, don't mess with Bruce Lee because he can really defeat you, because in this movie he really did kick butt, and the other characters who were in that movie did too. like I said earlier, an amazing performance that they did. And I would love to watch it again sometime later, because maybe when I have children, I will share how much I love this movie, mostly how much I admire Bruce Lee, because I do I do martial arts myself. I do karate, and I'm a yellow belt, and when I grow up, I want to take on a big karate career by helping maybe young people who want to learn how to do self-defense, which is karate, and that's mostly the main recognizable karate style out in Japan. But for Bruce Lee, anyhow, he mostly was just a peaceful man who knew traditional martial arts in China. And he was an amazing martial arts philosopher and helped his children become martial artists just like him, which was Brandon Lee and Shannon Lee. Although Brandon Lee passed away, Shannon Lee is still around, and right now she is doing podcasts with a lot of people talking about how much her father lived the big legacy of becoming this amazing icon in Hollywood and worldwide. Because, many people have really shown how much love they give to this man. I mean, he may be just a guy who kicks a lot of butt, but still, he really does show much strength in his body and amazing stamina. By the way, go look on my YouTube video, because I have a link on there that talks about Bruce Lee, and it's at a Comic-Con with Chuck Norris in there in the 1970s. So go on that link on the video that I'm doing that shows how much Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee were good friends, and how Chuck Norris says how Bruce Lee lived a good life but ended super quickly. So make sure you do that. But anyway, the movie Enter the Dragon, it was super amazing and super phenomenal. And yeah, I just think somehow you will start feeling a lot of strength and confidence from this man, Bruce Lee, because he's shown a lot of that, and that's what makes him a great person with special ability, and mostly his superpower is having a lot of sense, having a lot of discipline, having a lot of strength, who's focused, who's agile, and is not impatient. And that's what makes Enter the Dragon interesting, because Bruce Lee was an amazing man in that film who really took on a good role. So that's why I'm celebrating his 80th anniversary with this movie of Enter the Dragon. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. And like I said, this is spoiler free. I just told you a little bit about the movie, but mostly I just want to talk about Bruce Lee. So make sure you go on that link that tells about how much Chuck Norris admires Bruce Lee. And thank you for joining me into this video. And comment down below, how do you feel about Bruce Lee? Just comment down below about your thoughts about Bruce Lee. And yeah, I would totally recommend this movie. So thank you for joining me, and have an amazing day.